This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this 2011 Nissan Murano. It has 39,000 miles on it. It's a salvage title due to theft. We purchased it directly from an insurance company here in Tucson. Pretty rare for us to buy a local car, but we were able to see this car before we bid on it. It had no keys when we bought it. We had no idea what the miles were. And when we had keys made, they were 39,000. So, let's see. I'm going to walk you around this thing. By the way, that's the new key for it that we had made with the remote and the whole bit. Anyway, cosmetically, we could have gone two routes. We could have painted the front and rear bumper and fixed the dent in the passenger rear door. We opted just to keep it affordable, keep it the way it is. It's still a good-looking car. You could either, keep it the way it is, or go after it. I think if you were to fix it, you would keep this. The front and rear bumper are definitely fixable. You don't have to replace them, just scuff and shoot them. And that passenger rear door, probably, you might be able to dent bust it. It's not really that bad. If you could dent bust it, probably $200. If you had to paint it and actually fix it, probably $400 or $500. So $1,000 would fix it if you need to do paint and body on that door. And if you could dent bust it, probably $600 or $700. Anyway, the driver front tire is about 30 or 40% tread. It's on a Goodyear Eagle LS. The rear tires are Michelin's, and they're about 50% tread. But I have noticed that the passenger front tire is very low on tread, probably 10 or 20% tread. And I would probably replace that if I was going to drive it out of state. But it only really needs one tire. This scratch, these little scratches here, are in the clear coat. A color sanding would probably get those to come out, is my guess. But there's enough of that going on to really not warrant it. I would suggest whoever buys this just keeps it the way it is and is happy with what they have in front of them. It doesn't really make much sense to spend money on this vehicle. It's probably just going to be a people mover, a good people mover, kids or whatever, or even a kid's car, rather than, fix it all up. You can see that ding in the door from here to here. I think that a lot of that would push out with a dent bust, but but if you can see these little kitty scratches. These aren't even, you can't even feel these in the paint. So they probably color sand. We just sent it to detail, not to color sand. But I mean, you could spend some money on this vehicle and make it look brand new. I would say $1,000 would make it look brand new if you wanted it to. Like I said, the Michelin tires in the back are perfect. The driver front is probably, by perfect I mean 50-60%. Perfect for a 2011, I should say. Driver front tire is probably 30 or 40% tread. That tire, passenger front, has to be replaced very soon. The tire size is P235 65/18. Let's see, got a little ding here. Got some touched up nicks here and there. It's probably, when it was stolen, they probably took it to Mexico. And they don't really take great care of their vehicles there. And then they crossed it back into Arizona likely and got busted. That's why we got the car now. They did steal the fuel pump, so it's got a brand new fuel pump. And they stole the catalytic converter, which we got a brand new one and had that installed. So it will pass smog and it runs fine. Open the hood for you here real quick. And if it doesn't sell for what we think it should sell for, we will do the necessary cosmetics and sell it for a lot more. There's all the stickers that you'd expect to see on the factory hood. Everything looks very solid and straight under the hood, which is a good thing, obviously. We'll take you to the back of the car. We'll look in the hatch. All right. Let's see. I do know that the spare is not there. Yeah, that's kind of a rhyme. The spare is not there, which is very common for our theft recovery vehicles. They're usually steal those. That's why we put in our ads, in all of our ads, that we don't guarantee tires or spares because it's generally gone. There's a piece of trim here that's missing. I don't know what they... Usually when they see a piece like this missing, the cops took it out so they could poke around with their little cameras to look for dope. Make sure that there wasn't any in there. Of course, they don't put them back because that would take some effort. Let's see. Interior-wise, looks like someone's been bashing their feet up against this trim piece here. Let's see. Seats look good. Just your normal wear, I would say. There's your VIN on the door. There's your tire size. That's P235 65 R18. And all I would do really is get one tire. I would get that passenger front, and like I said, it's an Eagle LS, Goodyear Eagle LS. You know, buy one tire and you're good to go for quite, probably another 10,000 miles on what you have. All right. I did notice a couple little tears in this, right there, the seat. Alrighty then. Put the yikes. I've already dropped it. That's good. Alright, let's get it together here. Alright. That goes in there. That goes there. Foot on brake. And it starts. And that is not navigation. Everyone will think that that's navigation. It's just a radio. That's your fan. That's the fan on and off. That's for that. Let's see. That's for the upper vent. And that should turn the air conditioning on up here. Turn that on. And that is the case. Let's see, we got dual. There's the dual side. Make sure both sides work. Alright, we have there's the radio. We got CD player. A couple little scrapes around here. Alright. Let's see, let's turn the air off because it's actually about 35 degrees today here in Tucson. There's your miles right there are 39,867. What else do we have here? We have cruise control. There's cruise control off and on. We have a tilt wheel, which is right here. Let's see. Driver window. Driver rear window. Let's see. Passenger front window. Passenger rear window. Okay. I think that would be about it. Let's go for a ride. Now it's on a salvage title, so if you come to Tucson to drive it home, it has to get a restored salvage title. You have to have a restored salvage title to get insurance and plates. We charge $200 to do that for you. We take it to motor vehicle here where the cops, not clerks, but real cops with guns and badges, inspect the vehicles. It's called a level 3 inspection. They charge us $50 for that. We charge you $200 for it. Why so much? Because sometimes we're there all day. They don't let us drop off vehicles We have to stay with them all day. Sometimes we're gone in 15 minutes, which has been the case lately when we get lucky, but sometimes we're there till 5 in the afternoon. So obviously, to have a guy there from 6 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, we have to get paid for that. Needless to say, it's the best money you'll ever spend. Most states require that you have an appointment in your state, and that could be 5 or 6 weeks or 7 or 8 weeks out, and then you'll sit with the car all day in your state. So anyhow, once we get it inspected, we'll get a restored salvage title, and then you can get plates, and you can get insurance. We also charge a dock fee of $250 if you come to Tucson to drive it home. There's also taxes. Taxes are 2% local tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If you're from Arizona, our state tax is 7.1. So you'll add our city tax of 2% to that, and if in Arizona, we'll pay a total of 9.1% sales tax. They'll pay a $250 dock fee and a $200 fee to restore the title. If you're from other states, for instance, like Alaska or Oregon, where they have 0% state tax, you're going to just pay the 2% tax here in Tucson, plus $250 dock fee, plus $200 to restore plus $200 to restore the title. If you're going to pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price plus $200 only if you want us to have it restored for you, the title. I still recommend you do that. Obviously, once you ship it to your state, that could be a long way away. And if for some reason the cops are being jerks there, which is very unlikely, but obviously you'd have to ship it back and then ship it back again. So make sure that you check with your local motor vehicles that if you bring an Arizona vehicle on a salvage title, tell them all you're going to bring is the vehicle itself, the Arizona salvage title, and a bill of sale. That's all you're going to get from us. Can you get it inspected there and get a registerable plate? That is what you need to find out. If you can, then you're welcome to do it yourself in your state. Just make sure you don't screw yourself, okay? Once it's there, it's there. Anyway, that is that. Let me start from 0 here. Nice. This thing runs great. Perfect shifting, no vibration. Like I said, we put a fuel pump and a new catalytic converter on to replace both those parts were stolen from the vehicle. It has a new key with remote that works fine. Air and windows, everything works. All the mechanics work fine. Cosmetically, it's got a few challenges. And it could use one tire. If I were the next owner of it, I would just buy it, put one tire on it, drive it for 10,000 miles, and then buy a whole set of tires in 10,000. That would be my plan. Anyway, please check it out. Make sure you get a deposit in if we have agreed upon price. Without a deposit, we don't have a deal. We will sell it to somebody else if they bring cash. Thank you very much. Have a great week and be safe.